section, I'm starting to notice a pattern. I'm starting to notice a pattern with indie games. They're all beautiful. There was this one called, is it Myriad or Myriad? I doubt it's Myriad. That sounds a bit common. You're right, my mate, Myriad. Wow, yeah, this game was, it was trippy. I'm sure he hears that all the time, but yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a bit awkward to kind of work out a bit, which I don't know if that kind of speaks for it or something.
It's definitely one of them games where it's like the style is the main part of it, and then once you figure out how the mechanics work, then it starts to click. It takes a little while. I mean, for the longest time I was just sort of like moving around shooting things and then eventually blowing up and everything went all crazy and spiky and then I realised that you can actually manipulate everything around you. You can actually manipulate your shooting space in a way. You get like a limited circle to like move around in, and then you can move it around, and when you shoot things they blow up and create another circle for you to be able to maneuver within. And you can even like move the enemies away from you. If they're getting too close, you can just pick them up and go, get over there.
So a bit strange mechanism, isn't it?
Yeah, that was a Myriad. It was very pretty.
It was an odd one. No, it's hard to put into words for me, but it certainly is an interesting concept. It's very artsy, I'd say.
Yeah, I think I was starting to get, once I've figured out what everything does, I think I'll probably get into this one over time if I like dedicate some more time to it. Definitely.
It's Myriad, you idiots!
Another one we checked out in the little narrow indie section was CarTank by Rich Make Game. Rich Make Good Game. Rich Make CarTank. CarTank Good Game. Yeah, it was brilliant. It was a really colourful little sort of like isometric top-down twin-stick shooter tank game. It was brilliant.
In a car.
That's also a tank,
really, isn't it?
Yeah.
No, this was great fun, wasn't it? Unfortunately, there was no controller support, so it was all on the keyboard. And this is the kind of game that is a bit strange on keyboard and mouse. Shooting's all fine.
Yeah, it took me a little while to get used to the whole control scheme of it because I don't play a lot of keyboard games. But yeah,
I mean, generally it worked. It looked great, didn't it? It looked
brilliant,
nice.
Colourful style. It looked like a really cool Dreamcast game to me.
That's right. Yeah,
that's the kind of style I got from it. It's like the kind of game someone would make for the Dreamcast.
Yeah.
Just really colourful, bright and happy, but at the same time lots of explosions and bullets. Some of the enemies shoot out quite a lot of bullets and patterns and whatnot.
You get little drones chasing you as well. That got quite difficult. I also really liked the little in-car camera in the corner.
Oh, that was fantastic. That was probably one of the highlights, seeing that little guy with all his stuff in the background, including what looked like a pizza and a porn mag, all just flying around, like proper physics to how your car's like moving around, all just bouncing about.
Yeah, like bottles and things hitting him in the head.
Fantastic music as well.
Oh my god, I completely forgot about that. The music was just intense. Like you said, the sort of feel about it was just very happy and fun. It's like, it's a game you'll pick up, enjoy for a little while. There
needs to be more games like that. They don't always have to be art. Sometimes they can just be colourful fun and you just blow things up.
You can't really ask for more than that, really.
Look at that painting.
Okay, another game I had a look at was Tomb of Rooms. That was an odd one. Okay, essentially it was like fumbling around in the dark, you get a torch and kind of thing. It was kind of roguelike, where all your levels were randomly generated, as well as the items and the enemies. So it's got that layout to it, but unlike a roguelike, it's not so much about building stats and it hasn't got the RPG elements. This one's more like a survival horror kind of thing, because you're fumbling around in the dark. Like I said, you're looking for certain items. You do have weapons, you have like guns and ammo, but you want to, as you can imagine, you want to kind of be careful with them. And it's all about sort of avoiding these slow creatures in the dark and
spiky
finding
things.
Yes, weird spiky.
The best way to describe them for me would be spiky things.
Spiky things. I mean, I didn't stick it out too much because it's not really for me, this particular kind of thing. But I think there were some other kind of enemies, like faster ones that don't just sort of bumble towards
I think you spent most of the time playing around with the chalk, didn't you?
I did, I just played around with the chalk. That was quite a fun mechanic. You can make chalk lines.
Like draw stuff everywhere and scribble all over the books and whatnot.
I tested the chalk physics.
you gone right down the toilet.
Just scribble on everyone's books. Just graffitiing everywhere. You're just a chav graffitiing on the train station, aren't you? You just write your name Kez everywhere. There you wrote, Tom. Congratulations. You're definitely a chav in the train station.
Yeah, because basically what it is, I can imagine the levels, they get quite big later, so you want to sort of...
Keep track of where you are.
Yeah,
maybe by marking stuff.
That's right, so you want to sort of...
You've already been here.
Yeah.
You're going around in circles.
And I mean, like, in terms of... Well, I say it's survival horror, I think it's meant to be quite scary.
Maybe?
Because I got stuck in a room and this thing was after
There
me.
was like two of them.
Yeah, I suppose, like...
You threw the torch at it.
It just showed you how sort of in the moment I was. I was like, let's just walk away. Just leave it. He's not worth it.
He's just walking around very slowly. I don't think he's actually after you.
Yeah, he's not harming
anyone.
He's
just there. He's not harming anyone. He's just there.
Yeah, it was interesting to say the least. It was definitely worth a little look.
Quite liked the sort of aesthetic to it as well. It kind of gave me like it sort of looked like a sort of PS2 era kind of game to me. But
yeah, that's true.
I don't know. Actually, it was just something about the like. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but the like slightly low polygonness to like the character and that I kind of liked.
Yeah, same here actually. I thought it looked quite charming. Yeah.
Yeah.
So keep an eye out for that one.
Oh, what? Oh, I smashed through that. Oh, I can select these. It's like, kind of looks like Star Fox, but not really. But not really. It's only because I'm going through these little hoop things and they go... Yeah, so this game's called Endlight by Big Pants. Big Pants. Oh, God. Oh, Big Pants. Oh, it's gone really trippy. Smash through these, I think.
That's the Xbox twats you can hear in the background.
I can smash through these.
You're gonna die.
Oh, is that health?
Oh no. Oh yeah, look, your health is very low.
I wasn't meant to do that, I was just doing it because it looks fun. I love the graphics.
Yeah, lovely.
Flying present.
Oh wow, you can see it falling.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it's not like pop-up, it's like glowing in. Quite nice. Oh god. Oh, it's changing. Oh, look at that. That's pretty. How can a bunch of squares be pretty? But they are.
Of course they can.
Anything can be pretty, even cubes.
Even me. Even you,
Big Endlight. My big pants. What is this? What is this? Look at that controller. Look at it. What is this? This is what?
So, wow, this game. This was amazing. The second I laid my eyes on this game, I knew I was going to love it. Obviously, he wasn't there. If he was there, I would be bowing on the floor. Mr. Keita Takahashi, the creator of Katamari Damacy and Nobi Nobi Boy, dreamt up this amazing video game.
That's right.
You have two giant arcade sticks with about 20 buttons on it, all brightly coloured, and the colours change on them at random. So basically, you're given commands. Different coloured buttons give you different things to do with your character you're running around with, and they'll tell you the command, and then you have to remember it. So you have to remember what each command is as you're going through the level, but then the colours on the controller change.
That's right.
And they like all change into different like patterns. So the easiest one to remember would be like the most colours on the controller, but then like at the very end when you have to sleep in the bed, it's just one button like in a random place on the controller.
Different colours.
Yeah.
So yeah, each command will have its own colour. So like examine the porn bag would be orange. So you got it in your mind orange, and then it will move. But not only will the colour move between each stage, but it will move during the different stage.
Yeah, exactly. So you're constantly looking at the controller and the screen going, oh god, which one is it now? Ah!
And can you imagine how hard that would be when you're trying to remember 5, 6, 7, like up to 9 different commands?
Yeah, when they start mixing it up near the end, and they start putting all the different props in, so it starts getting really confusing. But it's just manic and hilarious. It was easily probably the most fun I had at the entire expo.
It was, wasn't it? We only had one go, but we just enjoyed it. We were just giggling the whole way.
Just watching other people play it. I mean, with this game, it's a bit funny. They don't really know how they're going to release it, because obviously they've got these custom controllers that are built just for it. Personally, I think it should be an arcade game. I think this would be the perfect arcade game. That would be a really good way of getting it out. Another good way to get it out, maybe, like the next best thing, would maybe be Wii U.
Yeah.
Because you could move around with the analog stick, and then the touch screen could be all the colours, and they would all be changing on the screen. It wouldn't be quite the same as having a giant arcade stick with physical buttons, but if they want to get this out on consoles, I think that's the best way they're going to be able to do it. Guys that made this, go out and put it on Wii U, and I'll buy a Wii U instantly. As that would be a system seller for me, because that was game of the show easily. Tenya Wanya Teens was... It was just amazing. I didn't even know how to react when I first saw it. I just had a bit of a meltdown.
Yeah, we weren't quite expecting that to be there, and
it wasn't listed. I mean,
well, all I can say is it's just bursting at the seams with character, and
as his games always do.
Yeah.
I mean, for a while he almost quit video games, and I'm really glad he's back in it again, because he makes just the most wonderful video games.
So yeah, simplicity, but is it that simple when it's constantly throwing a spanner in the works?
Fantastic little game. I want it.
No question. Game of the show. Tenya Wanya Teens.
Well, right next to Tenya Wanya Teens was this little arcade machine, wasn't there?
Oh, it was a great little piece of kit made by Sosa-Whiskey. His real name's Mikola, isn't it?
Yeah.
And, he was awesome. And yeah, this thing was just booming, wasn't it?
Yeah, the Achtung Arcade. There was this huge wall of like people could write onto it. I mean, the pen would run out when we got to it, so most people were writing on there, "Too loud." I thought it was brilliant.
I didn't think it was too loud.
I think it was fine. I thought it was not loud enough. It should have been louder than the Xbox section.
Oh God, yeah. Well, basically, yeah, we heard this thing booming away, and we came and had a look, and it was just this tiny little machine that pumps out this amazing sound.
Yeah, and it had a game on there called Super Pig, which was brilliant. It was basically platforming, and you have to get to your girlfriend pig, who actually hates you every time you get near her. She goes, "Oh, I hate you." Everything's pitch black, and the only way you can see where everything is, all the spikes and baddies, is by dying and having your blood splatter on the stuff. So all the platforms, you can only see what you've died on.
It's like a blind Super Meat Boy.
Yeah, in a way, yeah. And if you die really spectacularly, it actually helps you out, because the blood splats further around and lets you see more of the scenery. There was actually a variety of games on this machine, as we found out later. We didn't get to actually try out any other games on it, and to be honest, we were so hooked on Super Pig, we didn't really care. It was a fantastic game, and easily the best music we heard all weekend.
It was amazing, wasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely catchy, crazy music. And yeah, that was great fun. And we didn't actually realise that the guy that was Nexon Machine was actually the creator of it, and the creator of McPixel. If I knew that at the time,
we missed out a treat.
Yeah, we really missed out there. Didn't realise it was him. No wonder he was so bloody good at it. He played the level where you only had one life, didn't he? And I looked away and looked back, and he'd beaten it. I was like, how did he do that? And now I know why, because he programmed it. You can play Super Pig for free on Newgrounds.
Excellent.
Yeah. Go play Super Pig, you'll be addicted.
And if you ever get a chance, look out for the Achtung Arcade. It tends to travel around.
To be honest, I think I had more fun and was more excited by the games in the indie arcade section than I was any of the big and next-gen games that were there, to be honest.
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, with all the AAA titles, I was impressed by a few of them, yeah, sure, but it's just more of the same. You know what I mean?
It's stuff we've played before, whereas in the indie arcade, it just felt like there was loads of fresh new ideas going on and really interesting spins on things, and a good chunk of the games are just beautiful. They were like the kind of games that don't necessarily require big hardware, but they looked amazing.
Yeah, they're just
like art style really is more important than graphic power. and these games just proved it.
And just good workmanship as well.
Yeah, there was.
But I mean,
there
not just the original ideas are there again, like the creativity and the original.
the passion. Yeah.
The passion, that's it, yeah. Just for me, and obviously for you, the indie guys really stole the show this year.
Definitely, without a doubt.
I mean, both our game of the shows are kind of indie games.
Yeah.
So, it's just big kudos, guys. Well done. Like, you
Kind of wish we had time to play all of them, really.
Yeah.
It was also didn't help that indie arcade section was so narrow, like that little squashed corner they get.
Packed all day, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Which is another testament to
How
the
good
quality. Yeah. So I mean, just well done.
We're definitely going to keep an eye on a good chunk of the games that we saw there, even if we didn't get time to play them. So yeah,
absolutely, yeah.
But wait, there's one more game from the indie arcade we want to talk about called Teslagrad, which we'll be talking about in our next video. Ooh. Teslagrad. Alright, it's a guy called Myriad, and you're this little thing, and you move around in the circles, and you shoot at things that you can also move them around, and and you move around, and you get hit, and everything goes all slow and spiky, and everything just goes I don't even know what's going on, and and that's Myriad. I can't even. I think that's what it's called. I can't even read the logo. It's like all triangles, and oh, I do love you, though, Myriad, the old China plate. I mean, Yorkshire pudding.